Everybody, how y'all doing? Today we're cooking jambalaya. Y'all stay tuned, it's gonna be some good groceries. So for today's recipe, you're gonna need some sausages of your liking. I like Savoy. 2 or 3 big chicken breasts. 4 boneless pork chops. I like to use jasmine rice. This right here is just the Cajun Trinity. Consists of onions, bell peppers, and celery. And I got another, about a medium-sized yellow onion. You'll need some garlic powder, onion powder. I like to use minced garlic, Tony's, and of course, some Slappy Mama. I'm about to show y'all how to cut it up. Y'all stay tuned. So, first things first, you want to cut your onion up because of cross-contamination. So what you do, you see this root right here, you slice it down the middle. Boom, just like that. You don't want to cut that off because once you cut that off, it's going to make you start crying. So you cut this side off of both of them. Then you take the first 2 layers off. You throw that to the side. That's trash. That's junk. That's all junk. Do that for both of them. Same thing, same thing. Make sure you take that off. Put all this to the side. Have your trash bowl. Throw that in the trash bowl. So then you take that, make slices, thin slices. Just like this. Then what you want to do, you want to take your knife, cut it evenly, just like that. Then you want to take your fingers, 3 fingers, just like that, because whenever you're cutting, it's not going to get your finger. Keep it up against that knuckle. So you just chop them real fine. Just like this. You don't want to waste nothing. Do that for both of them. Both halves. Now that you got your onions cut up, you want to take your sausage and cut up. Switch cutting boards. You want your wooden for your vegetables and your plastic for your meats. So how I like to do, I like to cut it in half. Cut it again in half. So it's 2 halves just like this. And then you cut them again, just like this. So it looks like these right here. So what you want about 3 to 4 links, however many you like, however much sausage you prefer. I really don't like that much sausage. I rather more chicken and pork. But y'all can do whatever y'all please. And the exact recipe is going to be in the description below. Now I'm gonna get all these cut up, and I'll be back whenever I'm ready to cut up everything else. Y'all stay tuned. So now that you got your sausage cut up like this, as you can see, you want to take your pork chop, your boneless pork chop. Cut this off, cut that fat off. Remember the trash bowl, junk. Cut this fat off. Again, that's all junk. Then you cut this up in strips, about this long, as you can see. Then you want to cube it. However size you like. Just like that. Throw that in the bowl. Now, y'all remember what I said about cooking. If you don't drink cold beer while you're cooking, hey, the food's gonna be nasty. Y'all stay tuned. So one thing I forgot to mention, whenever you're done cutting your pork chops, make sure you wash your cutting board before you cut the chicken so it doesn't have any cross-contamination. Okay, now once you got your knife and your cutting board washed, you want to begin your chicken. Same as yesterday. Cut in half. Cut all this junk off, all that fat. That ain't no good. Trash bowl. Turn it over, make sure they ain't got nothing. Cut it in slices, just like your pork chops. Then you cut it in cubes. just like this. Just like that. See this right here? That's all junk. So what you want to do, you want to cut all that off. All that cartilage and everything, that's all nasty. You don't want to take a bite and get a bite of that, then that's just going to ruin the day. Then that's not a good meal. That cut it in strips, and then you chunk it. And you want to do that for all your breasts. Like I said, you want to do 2 or 3 breasts, however much you like. So I'm going to finish cutting the rest of these breasts, and then I'll come back. Y'all stay tuned. So there's one ingredient I forgot to mention. Lee & Perrins Worcestershire sauce. Best thing ever. So once you wash your hands, got your chicken and pork chops cut up, what you want to do is season, which I said exact measurements will be in the description. So you take your garlic powder, sprinkle it in there. Onion powder, sprinkle some in there. Tony's, sprinkle that bad boy in there. Of course, slap your mama, but don't slap your mama because that's abuse. Then you take your Lee & Perrins. Go ahead, drizzle a few in there. Just a little splash, a little razzle dazzle. Then you want to mix all that up. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. Set that to the side. Boom, just like that. Then you want to do the exact same thing to the chicken. I'll be back once I'm ready to start everything. Y'all stay tuned. When your pan's heated up, put you some oil in there. And then you want to take your pork and put it in there. Y'all hear that sizzle? That means it's good and hot. You want to take it, you want to move it around. Let it saute until it doesn't stick anymore, because you want that brown on the bottom of it. That's what gives you the color. I'll be back once it's sauteed and done. So after your pork chops are nice and brown, what you want to do is add your chicken in there. You want to do the same thing. Let it saute and brown. There you go, nice and good. If you see what looks to be burnt on the bottom, it's not. It's just the brown. That's what's going to give it all its flavor. That's what's going to give it a color. So once your chicken and pork chops is all brown, looking like this, you want to get another bowl and scoop it all out. Put it in there so that you can saute your sausage. All this juice in there, you want to save that. That's all good flavoring. That's all flavor. So once you have all of your juice and everything, chicken, pork chops, that's all flavor. You want to put your sausage in there to saute. Saute that up. And once it gets nice and going, you want that brown layer on the bottom. Then you put your onions. So, get your sauces all nice and brown. What you want to do is turn the fire off. And you want to take all these sausages out. I'm all in a bowl on the side. Just like once you have your sausage all out, there's going to be this nice golden brown color on the bottom. It's not going to be burnt, I promise you. You want to take your onions, celery, bell pepper, everything except for garlic, because it has a low burning point. You want to put it in there. Get everything out of there. And stir it around. So the natural water from the onions is going to deglaze the bottom of the pan. If you have a problem with that, add a little bit of water to deglaze the bottom. That's all coloring, that's all flavor. Now, while your onions are deglazing the bottom and sauteing, what you're gonna want to do is open the ice chest, grab your ice cold beer, crack it open, go ahead and take your sip. That's good. So once you have your onions brown, just like this, got all that good flavoring off the bottom, what you want to do is add your chicken, pork chops, and all that good flavor back in the pot. Make sure you scrape that bowl clean. And you add your sausage. back in there. All that oil, good flavor, everything. Mix that up. Stir it up really, really good. Then I pre-measured 5.5 cups of water in this bowl. I also like to do 2 cups chicken stock, 3 cups water. You can do whatever you like. Pour that in there. Get it all nice and stirred up. Then, like I said, exact ingredients, measurements is going to be in the description. You put more seasoning because that rice is going to soak up a lot of seasoning. So you really want to over season it, so it's a good flavoring. You put Tony's, Slap Your Mama, garlic, and onion powder. Season it up. Just like that. Then what you want to do, bring it, you stir it in, then you bring it up to a boil once again. Once it comes up to a boil, I'll be back. So once you got it up to a boil, what you want to do is add a 2-pound bag of rice straight in there. Stir it up. Stir it up. And then bring it back up to a boil. So once it's back up to a boil, you want to give it a stir, a nice good stir. Then you turn the fire on low. Then you cover it. And while it's covered, you want to open it every once in a while, see how much water you have in. And of course, while you're doing that, you sip your cold beer. So after all the waters came out of the jambalaya, you uncover it, turn your fire off, give it a nice good stir. Ooh, boy, doesn't that look good. Give it a nice stir. Then you want to cover it for 20 minutes to let the rice steam and finish cooking. So after 20 minutes, you want to get you a bowl, put you some in a bowl, grab you a fork. That's good groceries. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Drink cold beer.